Hey guys, a friend of mine, he was being really funny, and he said, what are you trying to do? Turn everybody into mechanics? And basically, yeah, not car mechanics, but mechanics for your life. Today I want to talk about spark plugs. It's great, to have a nice engine and make sure you got fuel in it and your batteries, everything's running great, but if you don't have a spark plug, nothing's going to work. The spark plug in this case is hope. We all need something to hope for, and that's a spark that makes us think about possibilities, about how do we get from here to where we want to go. How do we change the directions of our lives? And you can do that. It's going to require going to first be evaluated if you haven't been evaluated for PTSD. It's going to require taking control of every part of you. And as soon as you start doing it, you take power away from PTSD. So you go to get therapy, and that takes care of your mind. Your engine is important, and that's your body. Your spiritual part, think of it as the fuel. What goes into run everything. If you take care of the spiritual part of you, then the rest of it runs pretty great. But in order to feed that spiritual part of you and to give you that hope back, you need that spark. So what spark plug do you need? Is it the fact that most veterans are healing? Is it the fact that even though no one ever told you, you can heal, you can get better, you can recover, you can't be cured? I hate to say this, but that is the bad part of all this. After all these years of research, pretty much the only way to eliminate PTSD is to get rid of everything traumatic. And that's never going to happen. But you can prevent it from taking over. If the trauma happened recently, most of it can be reversed. But it doesn't matter if it happened 20, 30, 40 years ago. A lot of older veterans are now reaching retirement age, and they're realizing PTSD came back with them. They had it all along, and it was allowed to just sleep, and retirement awoke in it. That's been happening for decades, and some say it's pretty much the worst rude awakening that you can have. But even take hope with that, because once you start addressing PTSD, start doing what you need to heal, PTSD stops getting worse, and you start taking control back over your life again, just like getting into a car. You decide where you're going. You decide how fast you go. You decide whether you go left, whether you go right, whether you go straight. The road is yours to control. Nothing is impossible. So, keeping this short and sweet, pretty much find that spark and plug it in. The rest of your life's waiting. See you next week.